Let's talk about the premise. Let's get the premise of this tier list set in stone before we get into this, and then we're all over the place and we don't know what we're talking about and the room starts to spin.
We're gonna be doing a tier list. We're gonna be more so focusing on end game party bossing, or not even end game party bossing, but just party bossing in general. Post streamer buffs will slightly be taken into account, but it's not gonna be obviously law.
I think end game party bossing and party bossing in general is the most important part of this game. That's where you work towards a lot of the time, so I think it's the most relevant type of tier list.
I want to put a disclaimer in right now that things may change the closer and closer we get to the end of the tier list, because of course at first there is no like baseline for these classes. So you know, if we put something in A and maybe it's like, oh, it should be in B, like it'll get there. Like Jess says, it's getting there.
It is getting there. Right? It is getting there, and it will get there. It will get there.
Honestly, I would say Aran is kind of one of those classes where it's almost like a tier in between A and B would be nice for it. The reason why is just because the burst is a bit awkward to get off in party bossing. It's just awkward. It's one of those classes where it's harder for the burst to function properly in party boss settings. Of course it can be done.
I mean, it's a big burst. It does a lot of damage. It's very strong. It's a Freud's class as well, which obviously can be beneficial, but a little bit harder to pull off, like Jake said. Okay, Arc next on this list. Arc is kind of interesting because I want to put it in S for sure, because it's definitely above Aran. Maybe this will go down later in the tier list, but Arc is very good. It offers support to the party, has a massive burst. It's a 2-minute class, but can definitely flex between a 2-minute or a 3-minute and perform just as good. Super strong origin, super strong burst. This class fucking rips, bro. Class rips.
Yeah, very good, very good. Not only high damage, but also good support as well. So yes,
Battle Mage is very good, bro. So good for party bossing.
The reason why Battle Mage is so good, of course, the FD that it's giving, the origin is extremely strong, and in most endgame parties, you're probably going to be rocking a Kanna. So not only is that BAM buffing everyone else, but that Kanna is also giving back some of that FD and giving about, I think it's what, 300 attack to all other mages in the party. So this class is also benefiting from most end game party comps. Very strong, very good support. If you find a battle mage,
pick that battle mage up,
literally. And for anyone who's thinking about maining this class, you absolutely should. There's a lack of battle mages. I don't know why this class absolutely rips. In the movement, survivability, mobility, damage output, everything, it's well-rounded, very good.
Next on the list, we have Blaster. Endgame party bossing Blaster. I'm sorry, but like, nah.
It's D. It's D.
Yo, I do not.
Maybe
care,
it'll change.
Bro.
Maybe it'll change, but I think it's just D, dude. It's a 2-minute DPM. Origin itself, absolute piss weak. The only thing that this thing offers to the party, I don't even think it offers anything. Maybe it has like a slight debuff. The only thing that this class is good for is tanking hits and being tanky.
Very awkward end game party bossing class for sure.
Are you gonna click on that Discord message when it says joining party Blaster? Unfortunately, it's a sorry we're full,
but we're
not.
We're not. Moving on to another class similar to Blaster, we have Cadena.
Similar to Blaster?
No, like similar to Blaster in terms of
high APM. Yes, high APM on Cadena.
Cadena is a big bursty class DPS. It has a really good origin. Obviously origin caps, but after Dreamer the line split will be a thing. I think Cadena is definitely a solid A, like, or maybe B, but like solid A for sure. Like
it's
the damage output is very high.
Low A, high B, because it's not really offering much to the entire party, but it's offering damage, which of course obviously you know you're gonna want damage in the party. You do have to have some heavy hitting classes. Cadena is 100% one of them, but in parties like we just heard from a lot of the other endgame Cadenas, it can be a bit hard to combo correctly if you're lagging during burst, which obviously that's a very niche thing to take into account.
So I think a solid A. I think that's fine. Moving on, we have Evan. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like this just goes in S, bro. Like it's a it's a strong ass class, and it also has support too. In an endgame situation, of course, like if you have mages, let's just say you have a party with Kanna and a battle mage as supports, like they're all just buffing each other. Really good in a mage team. Very good.
If you could set up a very strong mage support party with battle mage, Evan, Bishop, Kanna,
Bishop,
and a few others. There's a lot of different variations you can do, but Evan is definitely a class that is fitting in an end game party sense, because you will always have you'll always have a Bishop, so it's going to be giving FT to that Bishop, and you most likely will have a Kanna, so it'll be buffing at least 2 out of the 5 others in the party. Very strong as well.
I think solid S. Illium.
Yeah. Illium, I mean, this is a little bit different than the other classes because other than it's not really giving strong FD, but it is giving a iframe to the entire party. Now, certain bosses, this may seem like not that useful, but for bosses like Kalos and X-Kalos, Illium will have a lot of value in those very endgame bosses. I definitely feel like it's low A, maybe high B. It's very niche because at the end of the day,
yeah, it is. It definitely is for sure.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you're not clearing a boss because people are dying out. You're not clearing the boss because of damage, and this is very niche to probably X-Kalos only.
Next on the list, we have Kaiser.
Yes, Kaiser. Heavy DPM. The strongest DPM class in the entire game. Very strong solo bossing, but not the best for
I think C is valid. I think C is valid for Kaiser, like for sure.
Yeah, I think C is valid for Kaiser for endgame party bossing just because it's just a DPM class. Like there's not that very confined burst damage. Of course it's origin, but like the origin it's not like Cadena origin where it's tapping lines so early on and just like ripping crazy high damage. I definitely think high C is probably
I think C is fine. I think C is fine. Like it does really good damage. Fuck it, bump it down a tier. I ain't taking a Kaiser in C Kalos ever in my life. The Giga Strong Kaisers, like those are obviously doing damage, but like that's not the majority of Kaisers. You know what I mean? So it's like they're even doing less.
That is true.
Kit is also really good for. I know the kit doesn't matter too much, but like it is able to keep the damage uptime on most, if not all, of the bosses in the game. Allowing it to DPS the entire time. So it's not the best, but it has its place. Anyway, mech.
Exactly. This one's like it's low SS or high S. Honestly, it's low SS or high S. It's not A. It is not A. You are
mech
high
is
on.
Not
you are
A.
high.
Mech is not A. Mech is
S
not
or
A.
SS.
Yeah,
no
yeah.
argument.
It's S or SS. Yeah, it's not even.
It's
right.
stacking. It's stacking with Dawn Warrior or Battle Mage. It's rare to be able to stack. It's not underneath S. It has to be an S. I think it may be even going above Evan only because
that's actually
Evan
valid. That's actually valid. Yeah.
Evan is niche for more of a mage comp. And also the thing is, I mean, I know we're not really like taking into account too much for the second mastery, but mech eats a lot with the second mastery, a lot. It is more of a DPM heavy class. The burst itself isn't crazy good, but again, it's the FD that it's offering. With Battle Mage and Dawn Warrior, they don't stack with each other, so they don't always fit in the same parties. With mech, it does. Definitely worth bringing along. It definitely is a very, very, very strong pickup.
Next on this list, we just did the Mercedes showcase. We have Mercedes. I think Mercedes goes at the very top of S. Mercedes is so fucking good. Or SS. Like, y'all think SS?
No,
I mean,
not SS. It's not SS. It's not SS.
The thing is, it could go SS just because of like that condensed ass fucking burst, bro. Like the burst is so good. It's S or SS. Like,
I think it's high.
It does offer
S.
party support. It does.
The only reason why I'm saying not SS is because like the class in SS or the classes in SS are just like you are so much better off with those in your party than without them. Like, of course, Mercedes does what it needs to do. And of course, Mercedes is giving party support. It is giving untouchable. And it's ripping absolute major damage. I don't think
it's just a really strong DPS. Like, it's a really strong DPS. It does offer a little bit of support. Not like the best. It has damage and ID. Very strong burst, though. I mean, it's solid. And offers untouchable, too. The class is fucking solid. The class is solid.
Yeah.
High S is very good, bro. High S is very, very good. So really good, solid ass class, Pathfinder. I'm gonna be honest, it's like low-key like kind of the same vibe. I would say it goes in A, honestly. I do not think it's definitely not dog water. All
the Pathfinders piping up.
For endgame bossing, it is not dog. It is not dog. It's either A or B. It's either A or B.
What is the crit damage that Pathfinder is giving? Is it 20?
I'm not listening to any Pathfinder main right now.
Is it? Yeah, I think it would be at the end of A. Only because it does have okay damage. It has so it is 28. Okay, 28 crit damage. It's giving decent party support. Of course, crit damage doesn't scale the best with other classes like archers, Kain, maybe Mercedes as well. But crit damage still valuable, still giving support, and the damage itself and the burst is still okay.
It's underrated, bro. Like it's a condensed burst as well. Really good movement. It's not the best fucking class, but it's definitely not bad. I think at the end of A is fine.
I think it is too. I think it's totally okay.
It's a decent class. It's a decent class. Next on the list, we have fucking Phantom.
I don't know about Phantom.
Dude, I don't know. Like,
mean,
Phantom's just a weird class, bro. I definitely think C, mid. I don't think you would ever really pick up Phantom. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't think you ever would see a Phantom and you're like, I want this class. This is like a class that your friend mains Pathfinder or mains Phantom, and he's just like happens to be grandfathered into the party. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna be honest.
The thing is, the class is giving like a little bit of support. Nothing to even really take into account, but like the damage isn't there. I mean, we've seen very strong Phantoms come on stream, and even people are saying the solo bossing is there. I don't even think I think the damage overall in the class is just very low. Very low.
Yeah,
I think the class needs a rework, to be honest.
Party is full but not really type of vibe. Yes, party is full but not really. Yeah.
3-minute class with 2-minute damage. Yes.
But I mean, I think that's it for Phantom. Yeah, we move on to Shade. Shade is a I feel like this has to be considered into like taken into consider like the also second mastery, because bro,
I think it has to be an S.
This class, no, this class is honestly sleeper, bro, and it's getting a really big boost to its actual burst. Soon, which obviously we haven't taken that into consideration with others, but this is a very significant boost.
This is very significant. Yeah, definitely something that should be 100% talked about. Like the spin on Shade isn't boosted right now, which is pretty much their main burst skill, and after Dreamer they're eating quite a lot. If you don't really know, pretty much Shade is giving you 20 FD on stationary bosses. So like on Black Mage P2, it's just giving a 20 FD buff completely. For the perils in P3, Calling, it's giving 20 FD. Like, it's very, very strong. It's also giving a ton of crit rate and crit damage as well. So it's very good for archer classes.
Yeah. I mean, I still think it's up here though. Like, it's either back of S or top of A. Like, it's very fucking good, and obviously archers benefit a ton with Shade. It's either bottom of S or top of A. Like, there's no, it's either one or the other, bro.
I mean, it's there. You know what I mean? It's right there in between the two. It could go in both. Like, you could put it in both. Like in a 2-minute party comp.
Wild Hunter. Honestly, I would put it at B. Like,
yeah, it's better than what people think though, because like the thing is at the end. Yeah, like no, it's definitely not D. It's not D. It's not D, because here's the thing. At the end of the day, you have to understand that the bosses that'll be cleared in the future are going to be 30-minute runs. Like, you're not gonna be able to abuse Wild Hunter. Having Wild Hunter in your party is definitely valid. Like, you have to
super
think,
valid.
Yeah, you have to think.
Well, you're getting the Wild Hunter buff, and you're also getting the sharp eyes throughout the entire fight. Like, that that does add a good amount. Like, of course, it's not a class that you're like you see and you want to pick it up instantly for a party, but it does what it needs to do, and it is valid to have. Like, if you can't find anything else, like, it does what it needs to do. The damage isn't that high, obviously, but it gives the party a little bit of support.
We're gonna be running into bosses that are longer fights. They're all gonna be 25 plus. Hard Calling, Extreme Kalos. They're all gonna be longer, so like having it in your party, it's not obviously the best, but it works. Like, for sure.
Agreed.
It works.
Agreed. Moving on, we have Wind Archer. Wind Archer, endgame party bossing, like, I just don't see this being that valuable. It's either in C or it's in B.
I think you can push it ahead of Kaiser and Phantom just because it does have a bit more condensed burst, but I definitely don't think it goes in D. I definitely cannot say D. 100% cannot say D, because it's 2-minute again. Like, the burst is good. The burst is 100% good. I don't think it's justifiable to like throw it way up there.
No, I don't think
isn't
so
like
either.
that good.
Other than that, it's just a mid class. It's just a mid class. Zero. I'm gonna be honest, like, with Zero, I've never seen this really be that useful. I've seen people with zeros in the party, and it low-key just like, I feel like it's just cope, like, honestly.
I always hear so many times, oh, it's like so good, but it's like, if it was so good, why is it not in any of these, like, why is it not in any of these parties? I get that there's not a lot, but like, there's not a lot of BAMs either, and you see BAM in every single and a lot of endgame party comp.
I know it has a 50-second bind. Like, I know that's like good, but like the crit bind, I feel like is overrated, honestly.
No,
like,
the crit bind is giga overrated. No, it's giga cope. Like, think about it. Like, think about it in a way of like, you're getting literally 2 seconds longer to attack the boss, or what, 3, whatever, however long
you
it
can
is,
extend
right?
it by a lot.
Yeah,
When are you ever
keep
needing
extending
to?
it.
Like, when are you ever gonna do that? Yeah, it's. I mean, it's
very
niche. It's
niche.
niche as fuck.
I think
like,
it's in B. I think it's in B with Wild Hunter. Honestly, I just think that it's there. I get that it's giving IED, but like again, we don't need the ID. No party needs the ID. Every class in this game gives ID, and you have so much with Bishop and Night Lord probably already. You don't need any more at the end of the day. Yeah, that's what I'd say. I would. It doesn't work in all bosses. Yeah, it doesn't work in all bosses. Very niche. It's hard to execute properly. It's inconsistent at times. Adele.
So Adele is like,
you could argue it's definitely B or A. It's nowhere near under C.
I would say like low A. It's a good DPS.
No,
like,
no, that's what I'm saying. It's very, 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 very strong in party. Especially after the line split with having no cap. Essentially, well, you still have the cap, but you're splitting the lines in half. This class gains a ton of damage with 3 supports, obviously. I think maybe low B is okay, though. I don't know. Yeah, it's a very, 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 very strong,
Dude, it has to go in A. There's no way it's not going in A. Like, Adele's burst is fucking strong. It's a good DPS. I mean, I guess you're not, like, really looking at it. It's weird. It's like...
Cadena, no, that's a good point. That's a good point.
That's what I'm saying.
We have Cadena. If we have Cadena in A, Adele's definitely
That's what I'm saying.
Adele's definitely ripping close to the same as Cadena. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Regardless, I think it's fine. Fire poison. This shit is like low key always like a hot take with fire poison. But, like,
it's a flex 6.
Bro, like, what is this thing really like? Are you picking this shit up in a fucking party? Like, I swear, like you're just not though.
Like, I'm not picking up fire poison in my opinion. I mean, maybe it could work in like a Mage specific.
It's definitely not going above just because of like the non-origin burst. You know what I mean? Like, it's good in like a calling scenario, I guess too. But
yeah, that's true. That is true. It's actually pretty decent in calling. It'll have a decent untouchable. Yeah, that's definitely something to take into account. Also, we'll have a spot in X-Kalos parties, I guess. If people are actively trying to DPM. Hydrogen Dreamer, yeah, okay.
And honestly, I feel like the same thing goes with Ice Lightning too.
Yeah,
it has like it has a strong burst, but it's like I don't know. I just don't.
Yeah, it's just one of those classes that's just giving damage. It's just doing damage. But the thing is, it's not doing crazy damage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Ice Lightning is ass. I feel like Ice Lightning is worse. Okay, low key, yeah. Actually.
But is it though?
I'm just considering it being like an actual like burst, like consistent burst. But I guess this is a 2-minute as well. Like, I don't know. Maybe we just put it at the top of C. You're right. I haven't seen a lot of Ice Lightning either. We haven't really got to talk to a lot. There's really not that many Ice Lightnings around, and I guess that's for a fucking reason.
Bishy.
Okay, obviously
of course you guys know where the fuck this goes. It's going in fucking D, obviously.
Right. This shit is fucking ass. Like, it literally has no damage. Like, has...
Of course it's going at the top of fucking SS. You literally cannot run endgame bosses without a bishop. Like, you just literally cannot. This is the most broken, without a doubt, the most broken, hands down, class in the game. Like, it's not even close.
You need this in a party. This is a literal godsend. Everybody wants one of these. If you don't have one, you want one. And if you do have one, you're holding on to it for dear life.
You're holding on for dear life. If they leave, you're not clearing.
Blaze Wizard.
Yes. Hot take. This is going in S 100%, and arguably, I think in between Merc and Mech, honestly.
Yeah, I think I think right here between Arc and Mech.
Oh, right there. Yeah. I think it's there. I think it's there for sure.
This class is
a lot
so
of people think that this class is bad, and you're crazy as fuck for thinking that.
Has a good burst, and of course is offering final damage to the party. The thing is, like, it's literally not even a hot take. Like, if you think that Blaze Wizard is bad, that in an in-game party bossing context, even in general, but like party bossing specifically, like, you are fucking trolling, bro.
You're trolling, bro. And the only reason why people think that is because this is the least played class, literally the least played class in all of GMS.
Yes.
Heroic at least.
Yep.
For a reboot. It's insane. I mean, the class is just absolutely insane.
And if you want to play this class, play this class. Play this class. Blaze Wizard is so good, and honestly, you'll have a good time playing it, especially if you care about party bossing. Like, you'll have an easy time. Yeah, you will be wanted. Ooh, we got Bowmaster. You already know where the fuck this shit going, bro. This shit either S or A, bro.
We said we weren't gonna take in the second mastery into account, but what we didn't say is we wouldn't take the third mastery into account,
which is Divine
SE. The third mastery will be Divine SE, which will give 20% FD to all party members.
In all seriousness, it just goes in C. I think it goes above these classes. I honestly think it goes at the top of C. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Also, it's giving SE, which is I know y'all love to call cope, but like it is crit
No.
damage, bro. And it's
No,
not
this
below
is
WoW.
fine
It
here.
is not below
It's
WoW.
not
Like
below.
it's not
It's not.
below WoW. Bucc.
Oh.
In an end game bossing party,
Definitely.
I feel like it's like top
Definitely
P. Like
D.
I'm gonna be honest.
The skill does give banner. The class does give a little bit of support for sure. It's just a little bit awkward in the end game space with the longer, with a what is it, 27-second origin. Very
Yeah, right,
DPM
right.
heavy class. Of course, it has Howling Fist and it does have Lightning Form, which is a little bit of a burst, but it's nothing crazy.
Yeah, right.
It's just not good synergy with endgame party bossing. Honestly, it just isn't.
Yeah, right. And of course, like again, this is endgame bossing. Like Bucc is very, very good, like solid solo bossing, of
Yeah.
course. But like that's not what we're talking about. CM.
Yeah. All right, CM. This sucks to do this because
This-
CM gets. We all know CM gets way better.
CM is fucking ass right now, bro.
We know that CM gets better and it will be way higher than D, but for right now, definitely.
Okay, but like if you're watching this and you're wanting to make CM actually gets like a pretty good buff after Dreamer.
Yes.
So like in theory, it would be like way high. It would be up here around like B and
I
A.
know.
Where the fuck does Corsair go? This is another rare
Probably
ass
C.
class. End of C,
Probably C.
IMO. This class, genuinely have no clue on this class.
Yeah.
I know it's not the strongest, and I know it doesn't really give that much. But C, I think is fair. I think
I'm gonna
C
be
is
honest.
fair.
I don't know anything about this class in terms of. I really don't know much about the class at all. Like at all, to be completely honest. I just think it's very like mid, like very, very, very mid.
Dark Knight. Moving on to Dark Knight.
Dark Knights.
This in party bossing, bro, is fucking not it, bro.
Origin's mid, burst is mid, real hyper body. Let's put it this way. If Dark Knight's biggest quality is blocking arrows, like that might be an issue because every class can do that. We all have that. Can block
I
for
know,
all 2,
I
3
know
BF,
they
but
can, but it's like, bro,
But
it
if
ain't
that's like the reasoning, that's such a very, very, very niche thing, and it's such a.
I think
Again,
NFC
survivability is
fine.
never an issue.
I think NFC is fine. I'm gonna be honest. NFC is fine, but it is something that Dark Knight does have to offer in an endgame party if it gets hectic and they can just sit it on top of the spawn on the right and just block every arrow. So
Right.
it has its pros somewhere, but it's not that useful in a party bossing endgame scenario. Dawn Warrior. Yeah, I think this is just S. Like honestly, it's either SS or S. Like honestly,
no.
staying here. It's just gonna stay here. I mean, these are like so close. All of these classes in this tier are very, 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 very solid. Blaze Wizard gives same support but does better damage. I see. Okay. I mean, that even just like proves a point though. You know what I mean? Like people hype up Dawn Warrior so much, but like you never fucking really hear that shit about Blaze Wizard ever, bro.
No. Next one,
Is
Demon
this
Avenger.
Demon Avenger.
No, I think no. The thing is, because if we're putting no, it's not D. Because if we're putting Bucc in B, I mean, think about that. We're putting Bucc in B, right? Demon Avenger is definitely doing what Bucc can do, for sure. 100%.
Yeah, I think he said. Oh, did he say C plus?
I mean, I feel like if we're putting Bucc there, it definitely has to be where Bucc is, but
Yeah,
I
we'll
guess
just put it at
Bucc
the
is giving a
top.
bit of support. Yeah.
Yeah.
Top of C.
Demon Slayer is very, very juiced. Demon Slayer just goes in A. Damage is very good. It doesn't really offer much. Like the kit itself is super valid and really, really good in party bossing. It's a crazy good. I don't think it's S though.
S?
Top of S is like.
But guys,
crazy.
who are you basing your damage off of? Because if you're basing it off of Moth, he's 90k. Think of any class at 90k. You know what I mean?
This is for bro. All of the classes in S offer something to the party. Like all of these classes.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is Demon Slayer? Why would Demon Slayer be in the same tier as all of these classes? Guys, base Blaze Wizard damage off DVs. Where Blaze Wizard isn't here because of the damage. Blaze Wizard here because of the support that it offers on top of the damage.
I don't know. S is a stretch in my opinion for Demon Slayer. It's a stretch, but like I mean, you could put it at the end of S, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's really going there. In my opinion, I think the average Demon Slayer is not ripping like your top end Demon Slayers that we're looking at. And it's also again, we're not really offering much. So
I'm saying top of A is valid as fuck, bro. It's just a DPS. It is literally just a strong DPS, bro. Like that is literally just it. Top of A is really good for a. That's a top DPS that you pick up once you have your supports. Like you're looking for DPS. Demon Slayer is like a high candidate. Like
a 2 minute. It can play 2 minute. It can play 3 minute. It has 3 minute damage as a 2 minute class.
Oh no.
So 90-second class. Of course, it is a 3-minute class.
It's
bro.
like
I
better
feel like
than
it
all of
goes-
these classes, though. I feel like it's better than these.
But is
honestly.
it better than them in party, or is it better than them in solo? I can't justify DB being at B and we have Demon Avenger and Steve. There's just no fucking way. There's just no way.
I think a lot of these classes are around like the same damage wise. Like it's just low. It's I don't know, bro. I don't think it goes in fucking B. I think it's just like in C somewhere, bro. It's just floating in
if
C.
Tummy's here, if Tummy's here, where would he throw it? I think it's fine.
Yeah,
in
it's
C.
just a bad DPS, like for endgame party
Yeah.
bossing. Okay, next on the list, Hayato. I think this goes. I mean, there's no support. This class is fucking strong as
this shit is
fuck,
not,
bro.
Yes, guys,
Giga strong.
guys.
This
This is DS level strength. I'm telling you, this is literally Demon Slayer level strength.
motherfuckers
There
don't want to
are
believe it, but
zero fucking endgame Hayatos that farm heavy. 20 boss is relevant as well. It's something to think about. But I think it's right below Demon Slayer.
oh yeah. No. Below. Yeah,
Below
below. Hero. I don't.
Hero also will be getting the line split as well, so it'll be getting a pretty fucking fat buff. But
Hero's
it-
like
with the
right
line
here. Like I think Hero
Yeah.
just goes under these classes.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
honestly,
That's
Hero's
what I
like
was gonna say.
like it's not overrated, but like it's good as fuck. Other classes are better. Like DPSs are better. Honestly, it's a really good DPS,
does-
but it's a 2-minute as well.
Yeah, it is giving everybody 5% damage. I mean, that's negligible as a motherfucker. It's not 5% crit damage for people that think it's crit damage. It's 5% damage to crit damage attacks. It's just worded
Again,
weird.
it's just a strong DPS. It's just a really strong DPS.
Yeah, very good class in a 2-minute party. You would definitely want to pick this up in a 2-minute for sure. Hoyoung. I think same thing. I think honestly, maybe this one even goes potentially up. It's not S. Guys,
It's not S
How
in a
can we-
party boss. Like it can't, bro. S if it's Shulk, A if anyone else. It's just top of A. It's a DPS, bro.
IED
All
debuff.
of these
Like, give
classes
me a
are
break.
way more needed in the fucking party. It's just a strong DPS. It's like these
Yeah,
three
I
that we
think
just
it
did right
goes-
here.
I think you could put it above Hero,
Hmm.
honestly. I think you put it above Hero, below Hayato.
Mm,
Above Hayato?
this is fine, bro. It's just a DPS. It's a very strong
Yeah.
DPS. These are one of the classes that you're like looking at and you're wanting to pick up after you have like support.
Yeah.
For
I
sure.
just
The
think,
class
yeah,
goes crazy. It fits in
like-
the 3-minute meta too.
Yeah. Like,
Origin is
again,
strong.
yeah, it's giving the IED, sure, but, like, I mean, it's not like, you're not like, holy fuck, I'm getting an IED debuff, like, I need to have this.
Right.
It's not like Conduit, it's not like True Sight, like,
Yes, keep in mind
you're
this
not,
is
like,
party
going
bossing, party
crazy.
bossing, not DPS.
Yes.
Supports need a main
Yes.
DPS above, exactly, but they don't go above the
Yes.
supports. Like a DPS
Why are
never
you
really goes
saying
above the support.
5% damage to crit? Yeah, that's not 10 FD, that's 10% damage, which is, like, 0.0 or 0.1 FD.
Burst setup takes a while, but like again, if you are playing this class at the end game level, like your burst setup isn't really something to consider. But I think it's a good
Vortex
placement.
heal.
I think it's a good placement. Kain, another
Yeah.
very juice support,
Yes,
or not
very
support, my bad.
strong.
Another juice
Very
DPS
strong.
that you're looking
Very
at and you
strong.
definitely would want to pick up in the party. I don't know, because the reason why I think that the off origin burst isn't as good on Kain, low key. You know what I mean? Like, so
Yes.
the origin burst is fucking
it's still-
crazy, but
Still good.
It's
Still
where-
very good.
I don't know
still
where to
think
put it.
Goes at the I still think it could be at the top of A. I don't know. Maybe right underneath Demon Slayer. Maybe underneath Demon Slayer. I don't
I feel
know.
like it's the same as fucking Hoyoung. Like these two are like very
Better
similar.
burst though. It's better burst though. It's better burst though. And it doesn't. And the thing with the reason why it's better than Hoyoung is because Kain has such a fucking high ceiling for its burst. It is such a high ceiling for its burst. Like, because it's never
Yeah.
gonna cap. With Hoyoung, like, yeah, we're getting the line split, of course. Hoyoung still has a easier time capping than Kain ever will. And Kain does such high damage.
I think that's a good placement. I think that's solid. Kanna. Yo, this that's a hot take, bro. This really that hot take. Where does this go? It's in S. Or- I'm trying to think
I'm
where.
trying to think. Maybe right below Blaze Wizard, or maybe above Blaze Wizard. I mean, the thing is, it's I mean, actually no. This goes no. This
will
goes
not be going.
This
in
goes
A.
above S. This goes above S. This is the top of S. High key, top of S.
Oh,
Top
nah.
of S. Oh, or it just landed its way into SS. 15 FD, 15-second bind. It definitely has to be at the top of S. It definitely has to be at the top of S.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
I can't justify Mercedes being above this at all.
Dude,
it is
also-
worse at hard calling, but again, I mean, you're getting the 15 FD, the boss from the barrier. It's also giving 300 attack to the other mages in the party, which you will have absolutely a bishop in. You might have a blaze wizard. You might have an Evan. You might have a battle mage. Like,
yeah, for sure.
it
Works
just
really
there.
well. True. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it works good. And obviously, of course, with the support that it offers, it does have a very big origin burst. And also, I know this was something that we talked about with a lot of other classes, but its kit overall is really, really good too on Kanna.
Lara.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we're moving on from ass to shit. We're moving from ass to shit, bro.
I'm sorry, y'all saw the fucking 6-shot appallingly weak, dude. Like, the class is just so weak.
It gives some damage in ID, but like you're not gonna have this in the party to get the damage in ID.
Nerfed in Dreamer. Oh, hell nah. I mean, we're not taking Dreamer into account, but yeah, I mean, regardless, it's very negligible after support to the party, and the damage absolutely does not make up for it at all.
This isn't even miraculously mid, bro. It should have
No,
been.
It's appalling.
It should have been.
Appallingly ass.
Moving on from another shit class to another shit party bossing class, we have Lumi. I feel like
Very
it's on
not
the top
good.
of D though, low key.
Yeah, it could be at the top of D. It's also giving ID, I think. Yeah, is it ID? I don't remember what Lumi's giving.
In
think it's
party
ID.
bossing, yeah, top of D, king of dog shit, true. Dude, but this is, again, this is end game party. Like, be fucking real, bro. I know you're a Lumi main. I don't even know you, but I know you're a Lumi main. By saying come on to that.
Like, guys, I'm just curious. I'm just genuinely curious. Maybe I'm the fucking one who's delusional. But what are you doing if you see a Lumi and Maple Central saying joining C Callow's party, joining Hard Calling party? What are you doing?
I mean,
And
what
they
I'm
DM
doing
you.
is I'm saying that we're full.
I'm
even though I
blocking
haven't
them.
even-
No. I'm
I'm
blocking them because I
them,
never
right.
want to see their disgusting marksman.
Marksman, honestly, in an endgame party situation, could go at the top of C, IMO. It's just mid as fuck. It's just mid as fuck, bro.
How does Marksman beat DB? They're all very close. Like, they're all very close.
They're super close, bro. Yeah, but Marksman's origin cancel, like, that's a bug, bro. Like, that's not even supposed to be in the game. No matter where you want to fucking
You
put
don't
this
have
shit,
to
you're
worry
not
about
joining
it.
me,
Unless
right.
you've been grandfathered in. Unless you've been grandfathered in, you're not doing any endgame bosses and being a first clear. I'm sorry, you're just literally not. Mihile.
We'll move on to Mihile. People are gonna, like, fight for this shit for, like, some reason, but I swear Mihile is just not good.
It's like same thing as Dark Knight. No, I don't think you can justify this being in B.
Mihile main here, D. It's way worse than Dark. Okay, yeah, just going
That's what I'm saying.
like
Right behind Dark Knight. Yeah.
Dark does much more damage. It's like the whatever it offers, it's like irrelevant.
If this was a solo bossing list, that would be at the fucking high top of S. It's one of the best solo bossing classes in the game, and one of the best classes to do like low min damage clear.
Night Lord.
Yeah.
I think it just goes. Dude, I don't know if Night Lord is not C. Shut the fuck up, bro.
Shut
the
your
fuck
mouth
up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I think it
It's
goes
still
above
A,
Hero though.
bro.
IMO, I think it goes above Hero. I don't think it goes above Hoyoung or Kain
yeah.
though. Honestly, next to
Yeah.
Kain and Hoyoung, yeah, I agree. I think this is like a fine spot for this. Like, I definitely don't think it's
Yes.
like better than any of these. But it's still very, very good.
Yes.
Doesn't rely on origin for high burst damage. Yeah, it has consistent burst every single 3 minutes. So it's super, super good.
Yes.
Nightwalker. Okay, so Nightwalker
This breaks all the
is
rules.
unfortunately breaking rules, and we will be putting Nightwalker in. Where does this thing go? Like, honestly, because this is like
Memes aside,
the
memes aside.
DPS,
Does
bro.
it justify? You could maybe put it. Actually, I heard from somebody that they took out their Kanna in the party and they replaced it, I think, with Shapaz, and they did more damage.
Oh, well, that should
with
pass. That should
Shapaz.
pass. That should pass. So we'll put it here.
But-
This is fair,
but
honestly.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah, you're right. I gotta be linear. I can't just take the fucking highest person. You gotta admit, remember the average Nightwalker, right? This is a DPM class. Like, at the end of the day, all it's there for is to do damage. I don't think it deserves a spot in SS. Again, it's
Nightwalker
fucking
is
insane.
SS. I mean, it could be up there just because it's like Giga OP. You know what I mean? This is the DPS, but below Merc. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I think so.
Yeah, if it's solo, for sure it's SS. It's not even fucking a question. But again, I'm taking a Battle Mage or I'm taking a Kanna over a Nightwalker. Like, it's not even a question. This is not even close. I don't fucking care if you play Nightwalker. Like, I'm taking those two over you all day long. All day.
Dude, but
You have to
Merc
think
is
about that.
offering also support too. like
Bucc is
actual
also offering
support, and has
Yes.
a fucking crazy burst, bro. Like I don't. No,
As
this
it
is
should.
fucking fine, bro. This is fine. This is fine. So no non-support class can be SS. I mean, you're not wrong, but like, I mean, it's a party bossing top, bro. Behind Blaze Wizard.
Dude, Blaze Wizard's fucking cracked, bro.
Yep.
Blaze Wizard's insane. Blaze Wizard's actually insane. Yeah, I think it's not an SS for this tier list. Yeah,
this
I
is
agree.
fine.
I agree.
Pally. Okay, so Pally's fucking weird.
Behind Hero. I
Cause
feel like this is a good spot for it.
it's definitely.
I don't
know. So Pally is offering support, but it's very niche support. It's like giga niche though. That's the thing.
Behind Shade, yeah, maybe behind Shade, yeah. Actually, that's better. That's better. I think behind Shade, yeah. It is still offering support to somebody in the party. You know what I mean? Like, you can't neglect that. The damage obviously is a lot. It's not zero damage.
I mean, it does damage, bro. It does fucking damage. Like, it still bursts and shit, but it's very niche. This is party bossing. Yeah, no, Chow, where would you honestly put this? Like, if you were to think of like a good spot, I feel like in A for sure, but it's very niche. Shadower. It goes like in the same spot as Pathfinder.
I was gonna say it goes above Pathfinder. I think it goes above Pathfinder, 100% above Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Or even you could arguably put it like, I mean, you could even put it right behind Cadena, honestly. Definitely think it goes like around here is fine. You're getting Thief Benny. The burst is like mid-ish, off Origin. On Origin, the burst goes absolutely insane. The Origin burst is cracked.
Yeah, I agree. We'll move it. Yeah, we will move. We'll move shit around, boys. We'll move shit around that needs to be moved around. I agree. Thief Benny go crazy. It's a mini support. It has decent damage. Obviously, really good DPM, but that doesn't matter too much in an endgame party bossing scenario. But it does offer a little bit of support and has a crazy juiced Origin. I think at the end of the day, it's fine.
As well.
Thunderbreaker.
Yo, Rebby, close your ears, brother.
Like Thunderbreaker over BM?
No,
absolutely not, bro. Absolutely not. I'm sorry. Like, I am sorry.
Might be one of the worst classes. Yes, it actually might be one of the worst classes. 100%.
Kinesis. Let's move on, bro. We know this shit's fucking unfortunate, but Kinesis?
Sure.
Kinesis should be in B though. Kinesis kind of goes crazy. That's what I'm saying. No one really knows. I'm telling y'all, and we were fooled too. We thought like Kinesis was dog shit and weird, but like it's actually pretty decent. Like as a DPS. And doesn't it also offer something? Or does it not? Does it not offer anything? I could have sworn it offered something. It offers IED. It's either at the end of A or at the fucking top of B. I don't know. I think it goes in top of B, bro. I'm sorry. Like, there's no shot, though. 100% in A tier, they're better than Adele.
Nah, dude, there's no way, bro. There's no fucking way it is. There's no way. There's just 0% chance.
I just don't know anything about Kinesis. Like, that's a class, like, I don't know shit about this class. Like, I've not seen it. It's a super fucking underplayed class. Let's just put it at fucking low A. I don't care. I don't even know anything about this class. Like, I'll say it. Like, I don't know. We're gonna move on to Xenon. So, Xenon, this is a very fucking strong. Okay, so it's going up here right next to it's going right next to fucking Mercedes.
Yeah, for sure. I actually didn't even know that. We haven't had a Xenon yet on.
Xenon, again, it's a very strong, very fucking strong bursty class and offers support to the party. Higher damage than Merc too. I mean, if that's the fucking case, then it goes above Merc. Like if it just genuinely has a stronger burst. We have yet to see a Xenon, so we personally don't even know. You know what I mean? We're gonna leave that there, and we're gonna move on to AB.
Yeah.
AB, this shit is fucking. I feel like you're really never gonna take this in a party.
It's too hard. The thing is, it's like it's very unfair to rate this class right now. It's like so injustice because if it's like pre-Dreamer and shit, it's like bottom of C in my opinion. But like after, it's such a significant change that I feel like you kind of have to mention it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I mean, it's getting a whole ass rework. It's getting a whole ass rework. We'll leave it in C right now. It's just a little weaker DPS. Like, it doesn't really do anything crazy. Khali.
I don't know. Another class. I don't know too much about it. We haven't had Khali on here for a showcase yet. And obviously, Khali's more of a relatively newer class.
They're not the end game, right? Like top B. I mean, this is another class where it's just like there's not enough info right now for like that end game party bossing.
Yeah.
We'll just put it at the end of B. We'll put it at the end of B. Honestly, again, it's another class and not a lot of people play. We haven't seen it at the end game, and there's been no one to pull up. Anyway, last class is Lynn. Lynn is honestly good, but it's not okay. So Lynn is fucking weird.
It's gotta go
bro.
where Pally is. It has to go above Pally. It has to go above Pally. It just has to. It's the same thing as Pally. A little bit less burst damage than Pally, but it's giving, or it could even go above Shade. I don't know.
It's a weird support, but it's a support nonetheless, so it can like fit into a party. Lynn doesn't work with Bishy though. Correct.
Worse
yeah.
than Pally?
Well, because
Wait,
Pally
how could it be
stacks. Because
worse?
Pally stacks.
Oh, I keep forgetting that it doesn't stack. That's so dumb. That's literally, that's the stupidest shit in the world. I can't believe that they made it not stack. So dumb. I keep forgetting that.
Well, also keep in mind though when comparing the damage. Well, actually, maybe you guys saying that like know what the damage distribution looks like and can just like mathematically math it out. But the Lynn's obviously don't have frags farm right now, so like their damage is gonna be like fucking ass right now. We'll see.
I don't know.
We'll have to see. That's like a. We have to let it steep. We have to let Lynn steep for a little bit,
Have to let
bro.
it steep. Have to let it marinate, and then we can form a proper opinion on.
That's
the class.
also true. Like, yeah, it doesn't. Pally gains damage during Benny. What are y'all? What are our thoughts? I think this list for end game party bossing is honestly fine. Maybe Bam could just go down to S, like top of S. I think this tier list is honestly really good for an end game party. If you value end game party, or you're a brand new player and you're like hyped to get to the end game and you want to be strong end game, this is a good list to follow off of, whether or not you will be in that end game party.